The rooms are clean and breakfast, towels and bed linen are provided. The hostel also provides free outings, such as walking tours and trips to local jazz clubs.
We booked flights and hotels separately and flew with Aer Lingus from Dublin. For more information on all our holidays, visit bbc.co.uk/ni/getaways. Right in the heart of the city is one of yours and indeed our favourite spots. This is Millennium Park. Now, Chicago has one of the most enviable collections of public art in the country, and this is the most iconic. British artist Anish Kapoor's Cloud Gate. The locals love it so much they've even given it its own nickname. What else? The Bean. $110 tons of seamless, polished stainless steel. The curve of it brings in all those harsh verticals of the skyscrapers, drawing in its environment and draws in the crowds as well. Right next to the Bean in Millennium Park is another amazing sculpture, and this one doubles up as a concert venue. This is one of the most perfect marriages of function and design. This is the Pritzker Pavilion, designed by Frank Gehry. Not only is it visually stunning, but this was designed to replicate interior sound in an external environment. It's an audio-visual triumph. The Pritzker Pavilion has 4,000 fixed seats and 7,000 lawn seats. Concerts and musical events are held here throughout the summer. And the best news is that they're absolutely free. And if you can't stand the heat, then Millennium Park has somewhere ingenious to cool off. This is the Crown Fountain, two glass brick monoliths that act as fountains to cool down the visitors to the park. This is the bit I love about it. On each of the facing walls, there are projected images of over 1,000 citizens of Chicago, which basically means the fountain is about the city and for the people of the city.
And from one crowd pleaser to another, this time to a much older city institution. Oh wow. Oh my God.
Chicago is very well known for its fantastic food, but it is most famous for its signature dish.
And that's the deep dish pizza. We're here in the restaurant of Illuminati, who created it. Looks good.
That looks incredible.
I don't know if we'll be able to finish it all, Joe.
You're about to see something really special. You know what makes a good pizza? And this has it. The perfect ratio of base, sauce and cheese. Oh, I surrender. It's perfect. It's a perfect pizza.
Now, for those who prefer not to travel too far, I'm going back to my home county to see what it offers for a weekend break.
I'm from County Mayo and it's famous for its beautiful landscapes. I'm delighted to be home, and this weekend I'm going to try something a bit different.
Learn to breaks are increasingly popular, and there's all sorts of things you can try your hand at.
I love hats, and today I'm going to try and make one.
I'm going to a hat making workshop in the home of Lena Stein. Lena trained in classic theatrical millinery and is known for her flamboyant creations. She holds regular hat making workshops for both beginners and intermediates.
So if you want to get ahead, get a hat.
So Lena, what am I going to try and make today?
Well, today even you're going to make a felt cocktail hat, or a bibi as they're called in French. Now to mould the felt, what we need is steam. And let's get hatting.
Once the felt was mouldable, we made the base of our hat by stretching the felt over a standard wooden base, known as a block. Then it was time to start the decorative pieces.
So I'm going to trace around one of my blocks with some tailor's chalk. Now I'm going to cut them out.
Are hats back in fashion? Are people still wearing them as often as they
Oh,
used
they're
to?
very, very popular. Even these little ones. People wear them out even to the pub at night. So, let's get cracking. Not to burn yourself, the pliers are a great help. Okay. To make our trimming, we're going to use a tool called a flower making tool. Get a cushion, going to steam your felt. put a huge amount of pressure on and pull against it.
Can I try one?
Yes, of course. Put the ball in and just pull the felt up around it.
You need to be strong.
Then you can kind of get an idea of what you've just done. You just position them inside each other. So make one more.
What hats are in fashion now, Lena?
Fascinators are still on the go. They've changed a bit, getting a bit bigger, more structured, more hat-like. But for the winter, definitely a felt hat is a must.
And how do you know what type of hat suits you?
People with pointy features shouldn't be wearing angular hats, so go for something rounded.
Okay.
If you've got rounded features, a hat with angles is good, or pointy feathers coming off it. There's a hat out there for everyone. You just have to find it.
So what do you think, Lena?
Oh, that is stunning, Evie. That is so pretty. You're going to sew your flower onto your base.
Okay.
And I might just even put the pearl on straight away.
Okay.
We'll sew that on. Then we'll move across and we'll do the other side.
That's fabulous.
So, there you go.
Oh, I love it. Thanks, Lena.
It's very Chanel.
Ooh, thank you.
Lena's workshop is based just outside Westport, which is renowned as a popular holiday destination. And there's good reason it's so popular. It's right next to some amazing beaches.
Bertram Beach is one of my favourite places to come for a walk. It's a little less crowded than the rest of the beaches, and it's a great place to blow away the cobwebs.
As well as the beautiful beaches and scenery, visitors are also attracted here by the pilgrimage mountain of Crowpatrick, where many people still make the barefoot walk to the chapel at its summit.
Now, I think we're all guilty of not going to see the local tourist attractions in our own area. And I'm from Mayo, but I've never been to this museum before.
The Museum of Country Life is a branch of the National Museum of Ireland. The first surprise is the modern exterior, and inside there are some fascinating collections.
The museum has artefacts from all aspects of rural life in Ireland, dating from the time of the famine until the end of the Second World War. A lot of the exhibits here at the museum show some amazing craftsmanship, just like this, which is a hen's nest made from straw.
There are 6 permanent exhibitions: Romanticism and Reality, Trades and Crafts, The Times, The Natural Environment, Activities in the Home, and Working on the Land and Water. And on the day I visited, there was a cross-stitch demonstration going on in the Trades and Crafts Gallery.
So this is what the ladies of the day would have been doing in their spare time.
Well-to-do ladies would probably have sat, they might have done some practical sewing like shirt making and such like, but they filled their time with fancy work, which was mainly embroidery.
And how about if you weren't so well off? Like, would you still have to learn how to do this?
A lot of not so well off children go into service. One of their jobs might be to actually sew the monogram for the family on things like sheets.
I don't think I'd be very employable yet. Just having a line of orange. Getting there.
Well, you're getting there.
I think it looks great.
And if you want more information, visit our website bbc.co.uk/ni/getaways. There are loads of options for places to stay in this area, from country house hotels to budget-friendly B&Bs.
Anytime I'm home, I love to get a few tunes in, and this is one of my favourite spots for a trad session.
Matt Malloy's has become one of the best-known pubs in Ireland for traditional music sessions. I should admit that I'm not quite in their league, but it's great to get the chance to play with some talented local musicians. The pub is owned by Matt Malloy, who played with the Chieftains, and tonight we're joined by his son Peter, who's on the flute.
A bit of music like that's always good for the soul.
And now our #1 choice from your recommendations for things to do in the Windy City. This is Navy Pier, situated right beside the city centre, and it is Chicago's top tourist attraction. 9 million visitors a year, can't be wrong.
Distinguished by its landmark Ferris wheel, Navy Pier was used by the American Navy in World War II for training. You told us to come here for a great day's entertainment. This Ferris wheel is 150 feet high and is modelled on the very first one that was built for the Chicago World Fair in 1893, and I think that it's a lovely way of seeing the city skyline.
Navy Pier is an entertainment resort right next to the city, so you're getting the best of both worlds.
From the pier, you can take a boat tour on the lake or grab a boat taxi into the city, which only takes 10 minutes and costs $5. Great value.
The thing I love about Navy Pier, and indeed Chicago in general, is it's not just about entertainment and indeed things you have to pay for. They try and bring as much art and culture to the public as they possibly can for free, and I think they're very successful at it.
Joe, does it beat New York then?
Absolutely, hands down it does. Plus it's a more compact city. It's a very different city, but it has all the attractions of the lakeside.
I think it's the cleanest, most friendly city I've ever been to, and I just loved it.
Why don't you try it yourself?
Join us next time on Getaways.
And to top it all off, Chicago has one last treat. Every Wednesday and Saturday, there's a free fireworks display held on Navy Pier. It's an awesome way to say goodbye to an incredible city.
And next week's Getaways is at the same time and include Lisbon and Leitrim. Up next tonight, a BBC News update.